Hello and welcome to On Ligue and Matchday 31. But we have three postponed games. The teams involved in European competitions, and I guess, Alain, we could say that was positive for French teams to postpone this game because PSG and Olympique Marseille are alive. Unfortunately, Lille lost in penalties.
Yes, it was a good news. Good morning, Edu. Yes, it was a good decision to the Ligue Professionnelle de Football. It's really strange because no leagues do that before for a quarter of final. And now France have two semi-finalists, PSG in Champions League, Olympique de Marseille in Europa League.
And they are going to do exactly the same for the following weekend in between the semifinals of the Europa League and Champions League. We will talk a lot about Olympique Marseille and PSG in this video. In the meantime, of course, you can subscribe to our channel. You can comment the video with us, tell us your tips. And now let's go on with the show. Well, we don't have European football this week, but we have French football. 3 games on Wednesday. Lorient PSG is the first one. Great week for the Parisians. They thrashed Barcelona 4-1. They beat Lyon also 4-1. And now, Alain, they have a couple of training sessions with public against Lorient and against Le Havre to prepare the Dortmund game. I think it's going to be very difficult to bet in these PSG games because, of course, this is going to be like a training session. And we know what happened, for instance, some weeks ago when they faced Clermont at home and they dropped points.
Yes. Now, I think the feeling is right now we are watching the best version of Paris Saint-Germain from Luis Enrique. It's simple. The average of goal are really high. They're managed really well. The last months, team score a lot. Every player have his rule really clear. Now Luis Enrique will be make turnover. But in the bench, most part of the player are international with his country. And that one, I think, doesn't could be affect the team in this last part of the season. Now go to Lorient. Lorient is the worst team in the last 5 games with Le Havre, only 1 point in 5 games. And especially with 10 goals received in 5 games. Average is 2 goals per game. We know the powder of Paris Saint-Germain in the last 5 games. They scored 15 goals, 3 goals of average. And for that reason, I choose the over 2.75 goals, odds 1.62.
All right, we saw Gonzalo Ramos, for instance, scoring a brace. I think a player we all expected more from the Portuguese striker, but well, at least now playing some games, he can score and prepare for the Euros. For instance, on Wednesday we have 2 more games, great games. Monaco. Lille in Champions League spots, both teams. Monaco, great win against Brest. Now they are second in the table. If they win this game, it will be almost a certification to go to the Champions League next season. Lille, Alain, they lost in the penalties against Aston Villa in the conference, but at least bounced back in the league and beat Strasbourg. They are aiming for a top 4 finish or perhaps a top 3 finish and qualify directly for the group stages of the Champions League.
Yes, in the last 7 games, Monaco doesn't win a game against Lille. Their want take a revenge. Now Monaco is in a good moment of state of form. Monaco travel really good, but when they played at home, they have some difficulties. In spite of that, Lille travel really, really bad. Only the 13th team in the table for the away average. And the question now with Lille is how can be sad the team after the elimination against Aston Villa. Sunday we saw the version of Lille when they played at home. Now is a big test to travel to Monaco. Monaco must to improve his average at home because is the problem for Adi Uter. But in the last game at home, they're be able to win against Stade Rennais without receiving goal. That one is a very good news at the moment. The victory in Brest is very important for Monaco because they catch the second position in the table. Considering the moment of form of Monaco and the difficulty Lille have when they played away, I choose Monaco winning odds 2.25.
Okay, great game. This Monaco, Lille, and in the Côte d'Azur, not far from Monaco, we have Olympique Marseille, Nice, derby. Nice, 15 the standings, almost no options for them to play Champions League next season. They are doing a very bad part of the second part of the season has been very poor for Nice, even if they beat Lorient, finally getting a win at the home soil at the Allianz Riviere. But away from home, Alain, these Nice have not been good. Only 5 wins away this season. The only thing on the other side is trusting Olympique Marseille in Ligue 1 is also very difficult.
Yes, it's difficult. Marseille have a lot of game right now because they play every 3 days. Marseille show a lot of character against Benfica, a lot of character against Toulouse to catch a draw where they probably don't deserve to catch a draw in Toulouse. Nice 3 months really difficult from the beginning of the year. The average of point are really poor, but in the last 2 games we saw again Nice able to have a double shootout. That one was the key at the beginning of the season. Remember, Edu, the defense of Nice was so strong until December, and they build these good results with that strengthness in defense. Now, Marseille-Nice is a derby, is a team always with a lot of emotion. Marseille, when they played at home, they played with 12 player. They need to have a victory, but they need to win point respect to Nice, because in the case of Marseille doesn't win against Nice, their Nice conserve 7 points if they draw or take 10-point advantage to Marseille. Marseille is the last call to stay there for a European spot. In my opinion, Marseille in this moment feel better, and Marseille will be win this game against Nice. I choose Marseille winning odds 2.20.
Well, risky. What a final part of the season for Olympique Marseille. It's been very difficult with 3 managers, but they are in the semi-finals of the Europa League against Atalanta. So, of course, there is a lot of hope and happiness in the French city in Marseille. Well, these are the games that we have postponed. Let's analyze the games that we have at the weekend. By the way, Alain was so accurate in his tips last week. Alain, 6 out of 9, you told me. So Let's try our best luck with the game on Friday. Montpellier, Nantes. This is for the relegation spots, especially for Nantes. 3-point away right now. From Le Havre, lost to Rennes, 0-3. They are so poor when they are playing at home, but away 4 wins out of the last 5 games. Montpellier with the winning Reims, Alain. They are absolutely safe and they are in great form. 10 points out of the last 12.
But it's difficult to understand what happened in Nantes, because when they played away, the team are really strong, and then they'll be able to win in a really difficult stadium. But when they played at home, they have that psychological lack, and they are losing a lot of points. Probably, if not play the play out, is because the team at home are not has not the average to save the category. Now Montpellier really good. Montpellier improve a lot. Montpellier won in the Reims last Sunday. Is a very good message to the league, because with that victory, I think Montpellier is safe now. 8 points to the Havre, who is in the play out spot. Montpellier probably play with less pressure for that game. Not need point, not are comfortable when they play away, and for that reason I choose the double opportunity. X2 odds 1.91.
Well, very important game. This one for Nantes. Again, we have PSG playing on Saturday against Le Havre. Is the only game we have on Saturday. Remember that PSG, they are playing on Wednesday against Dortmund. Not much to say, Alain. You go again for the goals. Le Havre, they are now in the bottom 3.
Le Havre, I am really curious with Le Havre, because 2 months ago everybody said Le Havre will be saved the category, but after the last 2 months there is really negative, because I don't know what happened in the last 10 games. Is the team made less points in Liga, only 4 points in 10 games, and I think the part of Le Havre fans can be really worried is the goal. Only 4 goals in 10 games. Is that number you can pretend save the category, especially in the key moment with a short table like this season. Now PSG Le Havre is David against Goliath in this moment. I am not. I don't have any positive vibes about the defense of Le Havre. I have good vibes about the attack of Paris Saint-Germain, who we analyzed at the beginning of this show, and the odds for the 2.75 goals are really interesting. I choose this odds 1.83.
Well, we were saying the whole season that was a pleasant surprise for Le Havre. Remember that they were promoted the last summer, but they are falling in the table until right now, where they are in the bottom 3 in the play-out spots. On the other hand, let's analyze Sunday game. Early kickoff is Metz Lille. We have Metz outside the relegation spots. Finally, thanks to that win in Le Havre, they also beat Lens 2-1, and now they are hosting Lille. Alain, we spoke before about the Lille, but they have to improve also away from home. Away is 1 win in the last 7.
But Metz, the difference, I think, is Mikotadze. Mikotadze making the difference. The Georgian striker, really important goal in Le Havre. Metz, probably a lot of people South, Le Havre will go back to second division, but Le Havre have a lot of character. Le Havre, Metz have that skills where they'll be able to catch point away. Now they must improve something when they played at home, and I think against Lille is a good opportunity. Lille will be play during the week. Lille travel really bad from the beginning of the season. In the line of the last season, Lille in the 75% of the game away they received goal, but Lille with Jonathan David, who is made another big season, is able to score too. For that reason, I choose the both team to score. Odds 1.80.
Let's see if Lille they can get a Champions League spot. Remember that they won the league not a long time ago, so they played recently also in the Champions League. Key game, this one for the relegation, Clermont. Reims for Clermont. They are 6 points away. It's going to be very difficult that they can stay in the division. If they want to be slightly hopeful, they have to beat Reims, because they have nothing to do in this competition right now. Middle of the table, 2 consecutive defeats, only 2 points in the last 4 games. So if you want to beat a rival right now, Alain, it should be Reims.
Yes, but in the content, the team improved until Sainz they changed the manager. They improved. They improve. They have a problem with his relationship with the goal. But the last game in loss, that doesn't deserve to lose this game. Before that, to draw against Montpellier, against PSG when they played at home, and now the difference of point are big. But if they want to be in the fighting to save the category, is the moment to win at home now. And Reims made a really strange season, because I think that the last season was brilliant. We hope the team can improve, and the team have problem, especially in the last months when they played away. Only one winning away in Le Havre, who is the worst team in Ligue 1 in the last 10 games. For this game, I choose a surprise. I choose Clermont doesn't lose, double opportunity, 1x, odds 1.18.
All right, next game, Lorient to lose. Big chance for Lorient to leave the bottom 3. It's 3 consecutive defeats at home, but Toulouse alone, Alain, they are in the middle of the table. They are absolutely safe. They are getting really good results lately. Very difficult, this one, to predict, as we can see in the odds. The bookies expect a draw, the same odds for Lorient or for Toulouse.
Toulouse is safe. I agree. Your presentation of the game Sunday, I think that doesn't manage really well the 2-1 in advantage against the Olympique de Marseille, but it's a really young team. It's a really young team. I think this season for Toulouse was really excellent to grow the young squad. A lot of players improve his skills, improve his value, and that one is one of the best results for Toulouse. We know the philosophy. We know Toulouse work a lot with data. Toulouse is a sell team, and the next summer there will be made very good deal for sure. Lorient are fighting against relegation. They do a very good beginning of the year, but in the last months the results are really poor. At home, the last 3 games, 3 defeats without goal score, and I think that one will be finished. the next Sunday, I see Lorient score a goal. Lorient normally start really strong the game when they play at home. They have an average of goal in the first quarter really high, in spite of his poor number with goal score. And Toulouse is always able to score. I choose over 1.25 goals in the first half. In the first half, odds 2.51 if the one of the teams score one goal during the first half, is a money back.
Next game, Strasbourg, Nice. Nice, as we know, playing in the middle of the week against Marseille. This is also an away game in Strasbourg. Won't be easy as well. It's a tough week for Nice. Strasbourg lost to Lille, but they are in good form before this game. Nothing to play for. Could be a tricky game, this one for Nice.
Yes, a tricky game, but they're still fighting for a European spot. I think that the state of mind of Nice will depend a lot after the game in Marseille, because that type of game can mark in positive way or negative way the next game. And right now, I think Nice need positive point, need start to have a positive streak until the end of the season. Strasbourg is always funny to see Strasbourg playing a team with a lot of offensive powder, really vertical, and when they play at La Meno, the show is guaranteed in La Meno. When I prepare the game, I check the moment of the goal both teams score, and the highest quarter for both teams is the last quarter of the game, from minute 76 until minute 90. Right now, I check the odds, and is the risky odds from the week. I choose over 1.75 goals in the second half, odds 2.81.
Another game, good one. This is a derby. Rennes, Brest, third in the standings, 1 point away from Lille. Two consecutive defeats. Stay still doing a great season and with a lot of chances to qualify for the Champions League. Rennes finally won a football game with this 3-0 win in La Beaujoire against Nantes. They lost the previous three games. How do you see this one? Because the bookies place Rennes as favorite.
I agree with the bookie, but is favorite, but not a lot, because the odds are high for a Stade Rennais game at home. I don't know what happened with Brest in the last three games. 10 goals received, and for a team, the team most able to win 1-0 from the beginning of the season in Liga, when do you lose the defensive powder? The problem starting is the moment where Brest start to almost to manage a negative moment. And that one, I think the team are not able to manage this type of moment. In change, Rennes won in Nantes, won the derby. It was a key game after 4 games losing for the team of Stéphane. For me, Rennes is favorite. For me, I choose the Rennes winning, odds 1.34.
Okay, and we have 2 more games. Next one, Lyon, Monaco, a very good one. Lyon lost to PSG, and now they still have the options to get closer to the European Spots still really good form for Lyon. 2 defeats in the last 11 games, despite that defeat in the Parc des Princes. Monaco, Alain, we have to see them in the middle of the week, but away from home, they've been brilliant so far, and they have a really tough schedule.
Yes, it's a security when they play away. It's the second best team in Ligue 1 after Paris Saint-Germain. I think in this game, Lyon can be suffer a lot the transition of Monaco. Monaco, Mbolo is back. Is another arm for Monaco to attack in transition, and Lyon we will be check how there will be try to forget the game in Paris, because the game in Paris was really negative. Maybe it's the only game negative from the beginning of February for Lyon. It was before that game, it was the team with more points in the last 10 games, Lyon. I can't choose 1x or 2 for this game. I choose 1.25 goals in the first half. Lyon is starting really strong the game, or they played at home, and Monaco finished really well the first half. Odds 1.74.
And great game, this Lyon-Monaco. And to finish this long video with a lot of games in France, Marcel, Lens, of course, this will be the last game for Marcel before facing Atalanta. We discussed it before. Also, they had a tough game at home on Wednesday for Lens. Alain, they beat Clermont 1-0, scoring in the first minutes of the game, but they were in a really poor form, and it won't be easy, this trip to Marseille.
Yes, Marseille, maybe there will be pay a little the accumulation of the games with the Europa League, with the game tomorrow. Playing every 3 days is always really difficult. Lens is a team when they play 1 times per week have a big advantage, because it's a really physical team, and they play a lot with rhythm, with aggressivity, and when the team are not in the best physical form, the team start to lose something. It's difficult to choose 1x2, because Lens won against Clermont, but they doesn't deserve to win this game. Marseille catch a good draw in Toulouse, especially for the reaction. For that reason, I think both teams are really weak without the ball, and I see both teams to score odds 1.76.
All right, Alain, let's finish the video with your safe bet.
Rennes Brest over 1.75 goals, odds 1.45.
And the ACCA?
Lorient PSG over 2.75 goals. PSG Le Havre over 2.75 goals. Lorient Toulouse over 1.25 goals in the first half. And Rennes winning for a total 17.41.
Wow, 17, eh? 17, really high odds for this ACCA in this interesting week in French football with a lot of games. Alain Valnegri, thank you very much. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Ciao, ciao.